the roar and the whisper is two very different things. You know, you could present one side of yourself as the, you know, the strong, intense, maybe loud, out there side of yourself, but then there might be times where you are feeling the opposite, a little more vulnerable, quieter. And so as a saxophonist specifically, I'm studying and working on my own sound and trying to bring those characters into my playing and my improvising. The inspiration behind the title was from a really hilarious encounter that Cécile and I had in New York City. We were out one night and just there was this person that continually was trying to interject into our conversation and join us. We just had really hilariously extremely different reactions. I actually was more like the roar because I was like so fed up with these interruptions. So I was basically like, you know, like get out of here. And Cécile took the other approach, and she just kind of like deadpan, like stared this person down and was just like, you know. And so that tune, the roar and the whisper, is exactly that. Like there's a moment of roaring and then there's a moment of the whisper, and it's like both can be equally, you know, jarring and impactful, but in their own ways.
If you should love me, don't have.
So I have been working with Cécile for several years now. We may have met maybe 7 years ago or so, and I worked with her on her Ogress project, and then she asked me to join her small group for the Ghost Song record where I was playing flutes with her. There's one piece that we often played was Moon Song, and I loved playing alto flute on that with her, whether it was in a duo or trio moment. A lot of times her and me and Sullivan would play it as an encore. So when I asked Cécile to join the record, I knew we had to do Moon Song. What I love most about studying the saxophonists that I listen to, the jazz musicians that I listen to, is following their trajectory of their career and seeing, you know, how their playing changed over time by kind of going through their discography. And so for me, this is my 5th record as a leader, and I really try to view it as just like this is a documentation of where I'm at this point in my life. So it's been a few years since I released one, and a lot of things have happened. From touring with Cécile and Artemis for a bit to joining JLCO and Wynton officially, a lot has changed since my last one, and so I'm really proud to just present, you know, the latest and most updated version of my playing and writing. So I'm so grateful to my amazing band, some of my closest friends and people in my life in the whole world. So we've got Steven Feifke on piano, Norris on bass, Mark Whitfield Jr. on drums, and then of course Cécile McLorin Salvant in vocals, and Keita Ogawa, who I also toured with in Cécile's group. I asked my good friend Ryan Truesdell to produce and join us in the studio. I worked with him when I was in college as part of his Gil Evans project when he brought it to Eastman. I was a student. I met him way back then, and we've been like thick as thieves ever since. It's a family. I really feel like that's the most important thing, is that for everything to feel like it's family. Everybody needs to be able to tell each other what's up, something's off, something's, you know, great. Okay, so we have to be able to be honest and forge ahead.